Hey everybody out there. This video is about thirsty and messy neighbors. I've kind of talked about this particular neighbor before. Still having some minor issues with her, but not to the point where I need to be aggressive like I was before. In case you all remember the other video I made about my neighbor, same person, but different circumstance. So let me get into the video. Okay, so this is a neighbor that I have, and you know, she lives right downstairs from me, guys. So it's not like it's somebody I can just walk away from. You know, I live in a duplex house and I live upstairs and she lives downstairs. And we had previously got into it like in another video where my man at the time was going somewhere for me, and you know, she was kind of like had him blocked in, you know, because she was parked in the driveway, so she kind of had him blocked in. And I went down there and asked her to move or whatever, and you know, everything was okay, but it's just that I kind of snapped. You know, I was aggressive, very aggressive, because it was just my sixth sense kicking in, guys, you know, and you know, I do pay attention to my sixth sense. So I went down there snapping. And in the video, a lot of you guys was like, oh my God, you were too harsh on her. And, you know, she was just upset about her car and telling your man about her car. I don't give no fuck. Don't do that. Come tell me. He don't live here, I do. Okay, talk to me about that. Thank you. But anyway, this new incident, guys, at first I just want to tell you, I've had my friends, some male friends, even some female friends tell me about how nosy this lady is. You know, just, I think it was last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. I had some company, a couple of male friends, and they were leaving out. We were all leaving, but they left first. I left last because I had to lock the door. So they got downstairs and they were like, looking like, so I got down there and I'm looking at, my neighbor was in our hallway, a dark hallway. Oh, mind you, she lives downstairs, yes, but she don't live in the hallway. She was in the hallway, in a dark hallway, just, you know, watching, you know, my company, you know, come back and forth. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like I said, I've had some females that even said, you know, what's up with old girl? Why is she looking at me like that? My girlfriend came over and she was like, damn, you know, she was about to say something to me until you came downstairs and opened up the door. And I'm like, what could she possibly have to say to my girlfriend? You know, me and my girlfriend couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, okay, this lady's kind of thirsty. And I'm gonna tell you why I say she's thirsty. I did a video, and for those that know, I have that glass bar in my living room and it faces outside. And I was sitting at the bar doing a video, okay? And there was some guys, there's a lot of guys on this block, y'all. Just a lot of boys, Some of them really cute, okay? But, you know, on the block. And the guy across the street that lives over there, he had a couple of his friends come over and they were just hanging out, doing guy stuff, talking, whatever. And like I said, I was sitting in my window doing a video. And I noticed how my neighbor had her car parked in her driveway. And I noticed how she would get out of her car, walk into her house, stay there for like a few minutes, walk out of her house, look at those guys all in their face, you know, but then get back into her car. That was in the driveway, remember? So she would get in her car for a few minutes and get back out looking all in their face, but then go back in the house. So she went from the house to the car. Okay, back to the house to the car. And she would stay a few minutes in each place. And I'm like, every time she moved from the house to the car, she was always looking at them dudes like all in their face though. And I'm like, if they wanted to talk to her or, you know, acknowledge her, whatever, they would have did it. They had plenty of time to do it. So, obviously it's not what they wanted to do, or they would have been, you know, over here in front of our house talking to her, or she would have been over there. That's just not what happened. It's just not what happened. So, you know, I saw her, you know, just all up in their face, and I couldn't understand why. I know they were thinking like, damn, you know, every time this bitch get out the car or go in the house, she looking all over here, you know, because she was. And to me, that's just being really thirsty, you know. I know she got a baby daddy because I've seen him in his truck pull up. And yes, he was all over this, looking, checking me all the way out. Okay. But I don't say anything to her company. I don't say anything to her male or female friends when I see them. I'm not in their face. I keep my distance. Okay. It's just what I do, you know. And I pretty much asked her to do the same thing. You know, if you could just tend to your company, it's cool. I'm going to just tend to mine. That's it. You know, it ain't got to be no mix-ups. It's clear to see that these people are coming here to see me. That's it. Now, whether they're bringing me flowers or gifts or whatever, you know, that's my business. But it's almost as if she needs to see, you know, like, who my company is, and I just don't understand why. I don't understand why. But, yeah, I can't understand that. Yesterday, I had someone come over, and I talked to this person. They were at the store getting something for me, okay? And had my car, okay? And, you know, they called me when they were on the way back. So I went downstairs, and she was coming back. She was sitting in the garage in her car. And when she got out the car, I asked her to kindly leave the door open because I was expecting someone, and I said a specific name so she knew who was coming. Okay. If she wanted to, she could have easily went inside her home and closed her door. That's not what she decided to do. She decided to keep her door open and wait for this person to get here. And when they got here and came in, it happened to have some nice red roses and baby's breath for me. Okay. She was like, I'm sorry. And he came right upstairs and was like, listen, I'm going to tell you now. Your neighbor says something to me. You know, and I know he's the type of person that won't say anything to anyone unless someone says something to him. Okay. And I had told her that before. So he just told me. And I was like, well, what was she sorry about? What was she apologizing for? And he said, I don't know. I just kept it moving. So I said, okay, you know, I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, let me handle that or whatever. And, you know, when I see her, I'm going to ask her, you know, why did you have to excuse yourself? You know, you clearly knew that I was having company. You clearly knew that because I asked you to keep the garage door open. So why would you wait and leave your door open downstairs and have to excuse yourself for anything? You know, because she could have clearly went inside her home and closed the door, but she didn't. So I hope you all can kind of understand where I'm going with this. Like, this lady is excessively nosy and trying to find out like who my company is and all that type of stuff. And it's just so not required for her to do that. But I'm not going to snap, you know, like I did last time. I'm not going to snap because I can clearly see it's a personal issue. And yes, she can talk to whomever, you know, she wants to. But my company, they're going to let me know what's going on, you know. Okay. Especially this particular type of person because he's trying to get in where he fit in. So, right. But yeah, so just, you know, watch your neighbors, ladies. It's a lot of good neighbors out here. You know, a lot of very helpful, knowledgeable neighbors that will look out for your home when you're not there, you know, and stuff like that. And you really do want neighbors like that. You do. But you just still got to be careful when it comes to third parties. And, you know, me personally, when I have male friends come over, she doesn't know if it's my uncles or brother or anything. She doesn't know. But certain people she do know. And the person that came here yesterday, she did know. But she clearly left her door open, you know, to accidentally, but on purpose, excuse herself for something. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit all day. But yeah, just be careful. You know, like I said, I'm going to still be cordial to her. You know, we are neighbors. I'm going to be taking a trip real soon, and I'll be gone for a little while. So it'll be cool to have somebody watching out for the house. But even though I do have a couple other neighbors that would do that, yeah, you know, so ladies, just beware of those thirsty, messy female neighbors out there that's doing that little extra or giving a little batting their eyelashes a little bit too much. Okay. Or just trying to do too much. Yeah, just beware of that, ladies, and try to nip things like that in the bud to let that person know, you know, I'm aware of what you're trying to do. You can stop, or else you're just making yourself look kind of foolish and desperate, very thirsty. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video. Yeah, see you guys next time. Definitely comment, subscribe, share, like this video. I know y'all gonna leave me some comments because I'm sure a lot of you ladies can understand where I'm coming from. So, all right, bye.